gotta shake the leg off. Okay. So. I don't think I built the pants. But I did build the shirt and the hat.
Oh, huh. That's interesting.
But I kept the block. I kept the block strength. Now, I don't know about block stun. I haven't really seen a notice. Like, I haven't really seen a noticeable difference with that singular skill. So I'm wondering. Yeah, but now we're down. Got 6.5. Or 5.5. It's too bad you can't tier up the ladybug armor. I mean, you can, you know what I meant to, like, I don't think you can put 2 and 2 together and make tier 3 ladybug armor. I think you get what you get. But it would be nice if we could bring some of this old armor into the forefront and make it usable again. Because what's the point of going back to something that I don't need it. The increased healing might be, but that's not even. But you know what though? I was wearing the full set, and I don't know, not really. I don't know. The increased healing, it didn't do it for me. It didn't make or break the situation, I don't think. Maybe at the time it helped a little bit, but I think learning the rotation of the boss fight was more helpful than the actual health, because then I'm getting hit less. So some of this stuff is garbage, I think. Yeah, it'd be really nice to try and upgrade some of this stuff to a point where I can use it. But whatever. So then the pants. Yeah, but I don't get block with that, right? You gave me acid damage. But I kind of want that block strength because that helps with. See, I'm wondering if I go full roly-poly. with extra block strength. Because how else am I gonna survive that? Plus I also need more toenails if I'm gonna do widow hunting.
I could devour a billy hog right about now.
I don't know how I feel about you coming on the trip with me. You're kind of a pain in the butt, to be honest.
I mean, this is probably what bottled water is.
I'm gonna stick with this build for now, because I'm gonna assume that the spider gear stacks with itself. Not necessarily with the damage I was reading, but I'm hoping that... I'm pretty sure I get a 25% chance for a poison coating. And I'm hoping that those two things stack. So hopefully it's a 50% chance. And that's just a little bit of extra damage. Oh, we brought bug parts with us. See, it'd almost be nice for regular work, maybe to have...
What's on your mind?
Maybe to have the fire ant legs. And I don't really know what the quote-unquote plus acid damage is. I might make them just to see how this runs. What am I doing? I need this. I don't know how many we actually need. And then we would do acid damage. And then continue on with that. And then this would be the new build.
Putting on some more armor.
Because what happens here is when we block, so I'm pretty sure this is, I think this is a 20% chance on block to do 15% extra damage. And this here, corrosion, is, I can't remember the percentage. I think it was like 10 to 20%. What's the corrosion rate? What's the, really quickly? I think it might be 10%, and if it's 10%, I've got it in here somewhere. Corrosion. Grounded. Status effects. Okay, so block corrosion has a 20% chance to increase the damage taken by the enemies by 15% for 10 seconds. Now, I'm assuming That's per piece of armor. And I'm hoping that would stack. Well, you're not. Well, sorry. The block corrosion's is not gonna stack. It's gonna have its own 20%. But the corrosion. Where's corrosion? Corrosion. Melee attacks have a 10% chance. So a 10% chance to debuff enemies with acid, causing them to take 15% more damage for 10 seconds. So the hope is every 10 hits, every 10th hit, I'm hoping to land at least something. And then on top of that, if these two things pair together at the same time, we're now doing 30% extra damage. Or I could take it and I could go corrosion would give me a 20% chance per hit, and I would maybe take off the lid, keeping the high resistance here, keeping the highest resistance defense on the chest. I would keep the chest piece high defense. And then it would be a toss-up between the roly-poly helmet or the fire helmet, which would give me, and I don't think the 15% stack. I think it's just, I think the chances might stack. The chance to do. That would be the hope, anyways. And then you would hope every 5th hit would do your 15%. And then you would try, so what you would try and do, you see, I don't know. I might settle in, see what, I would like to know what plus acid damage does, but I don't have that. They don't have that in here, and I haven't been able to find acid damage plus. So if we were to do, because does, and I don't think, see what is acid damage plus? Are you adding to the corrosion? Acid damage from fire gear. And then talk about sleek versus bulky. So I'm gonna head into Reddit for one of these conversations. Sleek, 10%. Per piece, which is 30% extra acid damage. The only acid damage, as far as I'm aware, is from the fire ant armor itself, which is a 10% chance to proc 25% damage per attack. So again, 10%. A 10% chance to proc 25 damage. That doesn't make sense to me. So basically what this guy is thinking is that I don't even know where to read from the name. Najdar? I don't know. But anyways, That's what they're suggesting, is there's a 10% chance to proc 25 damage per attack. So that doesn't make sense to me. But it does make sense to have the ant fire shield, because the only thing that I would change up if I got the ability to would be to have a shield that gives me block strength. And I don't know if that exists. I don't know if I have hunted the thing that will give me a different shield. I haven't hunted. I
could devour a Billy Hog right about now.
You know what I could potentially do? Is we could go shields, grounded, and we could find out what shields, grounded. Ladybird shield, ant shield. No, that just gives me the quote-unquote black ant shield. I don't want that. Shields, grounded, Reddit, shields. The fire ant shield is now okay, so you get a minus 20% damage. That's why people aren't using shields. They're trying to get in perfect parries. So I bet you their gear is going to allow them for perfect parries, and I wonder if perfects use stamina. Let's pause this real quick. But it says here, the fire ant shield, when was this? This was 6 months ago. The fire ant shield is now minus 5% damage instead of plus 15%. You can swap the shield in and out, but who wants to do that? Wait, what? The fire ant shield is now minus 5% damage instead of plus 15%. Why would you swap shields in and out? What's the point of swapping shields in and out? The minus 20% applies to all damage, so your bleed, poison, and even chopping grass. Meanwhile, they changed fire ant shield to affect weapon damage instead of being flat damage increase. This change just feels bad. I found out looking at the mutation menu, you don't have to read the patch notes. But it doesn't say anything. It doesn't give me. It just says defensive stance. So okay, well maybe I'm reading this wrong, but they all say defensive stance. So either way, they're gonna get they're all taking the same hit, I assume. Why wouldn't they all take the same hit? I don't understand why what's the talk around tools, shields, database. So there is icon color key. Why is the black ant shield? What's the difference between the black ant shield and the red ant shield? This is tier 3. This is tier 3. Okay, so why don't we just click on the black ant shield and see what it says here. An exotic shield made from ant parts. Oh, thanks, Tips. You really didn't put any effort into... There's no game guide here. I already know what the parts are made out of. That literally tells me grounded shields. So I'm assuming that there's only 4 types of shields. So let's see what the population says here about quote-unquote the best shield. Trying to find the best shield. Ladybird, because it has an aphid on the shield. It looks the best, but sadly it sucks. The Weevil shield, because it is obtainable in the first minute. What does that have to do with anything? Yes, you can take it well past mid-game. That's fine. But why would you do that when you can start getting perks on the shield? That doesn't make any sense. And if you're able to afford all of the glue, then it shouldn't matter. If anything, what you should be doing is pushing for glue. That way it's easy to repair everything, because we found out how to grind glue. That's the easy part. So there's really no discussion on that thread. There's supposed to be 50 comments on this thread, so we'll see. Okay, so it's a toss-up between the fire ant shield and the ladybug shield. I wouldn't do the Weevil shield. There's no benefit to the Weevil shield. Wait. Those 5 seconds don't seem like a lot, but they can really stack up if you're using a light weapon or if you're using an unarmed build. I'm confused. Because what does the ladybug shield do for us again? Has block free attack. Yeah, okay, I could kind of see how you'd maybe want block free attack, but what's the percentage of that? Block free attack grounded. Blocking attacks has a 25% chance to make the next melee strike use 0 stamina for 5 seconds. but it's only one strike. So you potentially. So basically, how that reads. I don't want to say basically how that reads, but we're hoping every fourth hit, we're hoping for something. That's kind of the way we want that to work. So I need to be hit 4 times for the next ability to be free of charge. Now, where that would make sense is if you're fighting a large group of things and they're constantly hitting the shield. That makes a little sense because you want to be able to at least get in a jab or two. But your jab is going to be free so that you could relinquish the rest of that energy to the block source. And at that point in time, you probably want to change up your gear as well, because if you're going to go full block, then you'd want to have that block strength so that you don't get knocked down. Because if you're going to be fighting multiple things and you have, right, you're like when we first started playing and those little mites got a hold of us, right? Say I had 3 or 4 mites around me and I didn't get my shield up in time and all 3 of them hit me. Well, there goes, 3/4 of my life, or maybe 90% of my life, and I'm almost dead. And we saw the same thing happen with the Black Widow when we went downstairs, is that when I get knocked down, I'm receiving those hits. Also, not having the energy, it may be a point of, and I'm not paying attention to this, but maybe I need to be paying more attention to the fact that I think I can block while I'm completely void of energy, but it needs to be a perfect parry so that I don't take that damage. And I don't know what the decrease in damage is through the shield, but still hits me. So that would be a hit without me having any of the energy, and that's the green bar on the bottom left-hand side. So I'm noticing that when that's empty, I'm taking hits, but I think they seem to be a little less than normal. So at that point in time, you'd probably want to put into like and I don't want to say either half or full. And I think it depends on how much you're comfortable putting yourself into the situation and how often you're able to kite or comfortable kiting or whatever that case may be, so that you can bring that energy bar back down and continue the fight. And it'll also depict on how big of an arena they've given you as well, because you're now you're trying to kite, and that happened in the infected, when we were down here. Once I got the rotations down, it was a little easier, but every corner that I hid in, for the most part, there was only 2 safe corners, but there was a triangle. So make a square and then draw a triangle, and the 2 bottom corners had bombs in them, and the top middle had a bomb at it. And then basically you've got bugs that are following you around inside of that area, and that was kind of a pain in the butt. So, but that would be, you don't want. I was constantly and still learning too, right? Like I'm still. But we ended up doing a good enough job with the ladybug armor. I think the block from the ladybug armor really set things apart at that point. And I'm not really preferable. Well, I am now preferable to a shield, because that shield's gonna give us a
At least it's
percentage
clean-ish.
to
Everything looks good from here.
increase damage. But see, I don't know. Am I wearing those red ant armor? Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna take the red ant off, because that only increases the damage of the corrosion that the armor is
Better
giving
safe than
you.
sorry.
And if it's only a 10% chance for a 25 hit, then I'd rather just stick with the two poison pieces, because that's 25. That's 25 and 25, and hopefully those two stack and we get a 50% chance of added poison. And I can't recall what that is. I think it's like 16 over 5 seconds or for 20 seconds. I can't fucking remember. It's something minuscule, but at the same time it's for every attack, any attack. So now I don't need a dagger. But there is still that thought process. I don't know if I'm going to be able to switch back and forth between the Black Widow dagger. That was something that I wanted to get my hands on, and I've been slowly figuring out how to get my hands on that. But Venom, I think Venom is the upgraded version of Poison, which ignores resistances. So now we're busting through your resistances, and that's where that would come in. And the same thing with the gear here is that, but now we're getting poison and venom coating. And hopefully those two things are exclusive to one another, and they're doing their own thing. And I'm not expecting them to stack, but hopefully I can maybe get them to both show up at the same time. I don't know. Or does poison happen, and then if venom happens, the venom replaces the poison? I don't know how that works. I'm hoping that we get fat stacks. That's what I'm hoping. And the poison plus the poison, I don't think those two things stack. So we're still going to only get like the 16 over 5 seconds, or whatever the case may be. But at least at that point, it's a higher number for me. And I'm happy with that as of right now. We'll see how that goes. I may end up bouncing back between roly poly and I think, what did we do? Where's my roly poly? And I think I might, yeah, see, I should have maybe went, where's the rest of it? Yeah, I did full. You know what I should have done is the same thing with this armor. See how we did the increased healing, and then the increased healing, and then I gave myself extra defense on the chest plate. And I don't know, that's just me. So I would do the same thing here. We would keep the chest plate the same, but then we would go and we would rewrite the helmet, because I think the legs the legs have the block strength on them. I put those back on. And that just helps with that shield. You'll get a little bar down at the right-hand side that kind of slowly works its way up, and then once it maxes out, then that's when you fall. So there may be and maybe that's something that I need to adjust while we're fighting the Black Widows. And I don't think the Black Widows come back. I haven't seen. Widow is just poison damage, eh? You can get the fangs from the little ones. So we need to find out. There's little ones on the other side, but I don't know if they're thing. So what I might do then is re-roll the lid, but then we need leather. I don't know if I have enough leather. No. So that would be a step that we do, is go get some leather. We also need to do the toenails. You know what? I think I'm gonna...
That's interesting.
I think I'm gonna
Hey,
snag this.
no one likes a nosy neighbor.
I should put that back on. I've been trying to get Assassin up, but Assassin only works with the daggers. So it would be like a quick click and then put the dagger away. So it'd be like boom and then back to it. And then we got all the mutations. So poison resist I've just left on. I leave hyper stamina on because that's when I get totally exhausted. That bar comes right back up real quick, so that's kind of nice. That helps with the block recovery. Not the block recovery down at the right hand side. I'm talking about the left hand energy bar. That just helps bring that back up in worst case scenarios. So now I'm not worried about what shield I use. That's kind of where that leads to. And then Sword Master, because we're using swords. Swords seem to be I seem to be moving slowly into the sword realm. So we would put this on. And then max health. And right now I have Assassin on because I'm digging around with that. But that would probably change if you were to do something, right? So like going to do MANT. If you were going to go do MANT, you would put on ant defense and ant damage. Because that, putting this on, I did a couple rounds without this on. Putting it on made a hell of a difference. Or shock. I don't know if we got the shocking damage before or after, but that would have been nice for the Black Anthill. I did the Black Anthill just with my last hit hammer. That's what I did it with. I did it with second tier, last hit, I think. I use moist from time to time. I use quickness from time to time, just depending on what I'm doing. Same thing with the swimming. Fall defense, or yeah, I've used fall defense for throwing myself off of cliffs every once in a while, but parry master. I'm wondering if, and I might try a different build, but then I gotta be real hot on the parries, which means I'm now tapping extra buttons. And I'm finding that, and for example, I'll give you, let me take a sip here.
That's not so bad.
If I block, and I pull this up, I've taken that off. So right now, if we were to go into options, controller. Now I changed crouch to O because that's comfortable for me. From R3, fuck R3, that's not happening. And then all the way down here, when I get into a fight, half the time I'm blocking, I'm holding L2, blocking. When I push L1 to go into my menu. And when that happens, these two things right here cycle through my things real fast. So I'll show you. We'll do factory reset because it doesn't take much to put it back together. Would you like to save? Yes. Okay, so now what we do is we hold. Now I'm in the midst of battle, and now I'm doing this. Now look. So if I don't actively think about taking my finger off of L2, look what ends up happening. Now when I let go of L2, look where that leads me to. So now where did all my heals go? And now you're in the midst of battle. Where's my heals? Where's my heals? Where's my heals? I'm constantly flipping through. So now what I do is if I'm building, because what I just put on will affect this. So if I take that off and go for a fight, I can no longer build. I just sit on this page and do nothing. So while I'm fighting, if I'm not building and pissing around at home, then I've taken the ability off to shuffle through that because I don't care. I don't bring enough with me to care, so that's how that's gonna work. This goes upstairs. So, we're off to get toenails. Because if I'm gonna harvest the Black Widow, the only thing that they're allergic to is sour. You know, I'm not really seeing, you know, where I was grinding this out, and I might go there right now. Actually, you know what we should do? Is we should go sleep and see if those toenails are there.
Everything looks good from here.
It's pretty good.
Don't care, put that in there. Go find mushrooms. Wow, what was that? That was some bad lag, dude. Crouch. No. Go. I did it again. There. Gone. Yes. Now, when I block, I'm on my menu for life.
Those aphids look like they have things to do and people to see.
So, let's really quickly check those toenails.
Oh my god!
So I've made, that's kind of a drop spot, as you can see, far enough away from the base that it doesn't get disturbed. I have another one up there just on top of the tree, and then this is kind of, when we get to the top here, this is kind of one. I have one going across here, straight across to the juice. That way I don't have to walk and use my food. Use my energy. There's that one. And then I have one that goes up to the baseball bat, which is a main point. This one heads down to the termites, but it's too low here, so you gotta run down the block a little bit. I set this up before I knew what I was doing. The bat is the launch point for most of what's around here. I haven't finished it, but there's not really. It's whatever. I would make one. See that 2x6 down there at the bottom, where the bat's sitting on?
Black ant soldier.
I'd make one that runs all the way this way. You can see that lane's absolutely clear. All the way that way, so I just built through here, and then we put a zip line all the way down to those logs at the end by the plate. And then this one goes to the top of the box, and then you run across the top of the box and through the garbage bags down to... That was before I pissed off the mosquitoes, so there's a couple bases that need to be changed because they're in danger now. So I don't go there, and haven't had a need to go there, but there's water at the back there if I need it. It's just open concept. It's just high enough that nobody's gonna piss around with it. Say if somebody comes to visit me, being the mosquitoes, and then I'm pretty sure that I'd end up pissing off the wasps, and then the wasps would come and visit me as well. I have a feeling that's gonna happen. So, toenails. You know what I should honestly do? But it takes too much time. My toenails are finally back, eh? That's where my hammer was. I wish you gave me another spot in here. Just one more. One more would be nice. Got them all. Because these things are rare as hen's teeth and they take 7 days to come back. Yeah, you can see how clean that lane is. There's nothing.
I could devour a billy hog right about now.
And then we'd put it on that top log there.
Let's see what we can find.
I know the black ants don't really bother me up there. I could put it down to this one, but the higher the better, I guess. And then the further away from the base I would like it. Because everything's now right. I got zip lines at this base. And if the mosquitoes come to visit me, that's... You know what I would do if the mosquitoes came to visit me? Is I'd remove all the webbing. I'd recycle it because it all goes into my pocket. because everything else I could find easily. Well, I mean, I can get webbing easily too, but it's just something I don't need to go back home for. I was constantly trying to remove this so these ants don't come up here. You know what? Before the upgrade, I removed the hot dog and it never came back. And now I've noticed that they changed that. The things that I break come back. I don't know if the mushrooms come back. I haven't really tested that yet. Like the big ones. So, toenails. You know where there's toenails? I know where there's toenails. Far from here. I should build two. You know what? How much do I have? Is there a black widow in there? I hope not. No, there isn't. I gotta figure out how to get in here. I know how to get up, but I don't know how to get in. I'm pretty sure that burgle chip is what's gonna give me the super globs. You know what? You just go there, get the toenails, go get the other toenails, get that restarted. I think I have one toenail at home. We might be able to create the sour.
I don't have a death wish!
I want to go see if anything's living in that tire. But at the same time, what's the point now? Everything that everything that's open concept now is under attack, or has the threat of attack. So it's not really worth it for me to put effort into anything anywhere.
Oh, that's interesting.
I can make some here. That's nice. Okay. How did you see me?
This is gonna be a tough fight.
How did you see me?
At least it's clean. Ish. Good thing I'm hungry.
That gum hasn't come back in a while, eh? Fucking leg. The lag on this game is fucking irritable. Shit. I blocked that. Get lost. Pond moss. That's the widow dagger that we need. Shit.
Ticks on the loose!
I could devour a Billy Hog right about now.
So it's up. I don't know if it's up though. Like it fell from the sky. That's obviously why it crashed. So then where? Because I see that, but I can't enter into it. So where's the rest of it then? I should have brought more grass up to climb with. I'm pretty sure there's a way of... Where did I climb through? Was it this side? Yeah, you have to start from the bottom, that's why. Otherwise it's... You can glitch run yourself up, otherwise I don't know, you just can't. And then what I did from here is I went this way to the toenail.
Peeping makes me feel a little creepy.
So there's a little candy there. No way, that's a tooth. That's a tooth. For sure that's a tooth. See, I don't really see anything else. I mean, yeah, there's a couple things over here.
Everything looks good from here.
If anything, I might consider building up this way. And then I was getting the blades of grass from over here.
Aphid on the move.
And we have the drinking station just on the other side there. jumping. And then I'd probably just go honestly, just straight across.
I mean, this is probably what bottled water is.
Be cool if you had a slide. You know what? Fix your clipping issues before you add anything new.
Oh, ha! That's interesting.
By the time it makes sense to trade the ant queen for eggs so that you can make bombs, it doesn't matter anymore. The majority, that's done. That's done and over with. I guess you could use bombs as weapons. And then you could go and actively create bombs, but like, I don't know. No, we need a few more. You need to line some things up
Those
better in
aphids
this
look
game.
like they have things to do and people to see.
Get up there. This is the moth you'd want to grind out on, I guess. If you wanted bleed shot. Yeah, so I used marksmanship with the candy weapons. Yeah, not impressed. Not impressed. That's it? Just candy over here, eh? How in the Christ?
Let's see what we can find.
Bro, you'd think it'd be... And you know what? I was using the flame arrows. I don't know. I think it would just be easier to, similar to what I did with the axe here. I got final hit on the axe, which just increases the strength and the general damage of the thing. And then I did the same thing with the arrows. I should really add more arrows to the bag. There's this, I have no idea how to get in here. Watch, I'm gonna break this thing and it's gonna fall all over the place. It's almost like it must have come from the second story, which would be the top part of the stump. Or at least that's what I would assume. Or maybe it was halfway. Maybe it was halfway. Maybe it was at the rip. But that still doesn't explain how I would get... That still doesn't explain how I would get in. Because look here. There's nothing.
That's not so bad.
That's a way through. That's not a way in.
Ticks just want to suck blood.
And we've been on the top of this. It's locked. And you know what we should have done? Is we should have come down on that a little smarter. That way we could get through that. We could go get, not through, go get that gold tooth.
That's interesting.
I hear another spider. Shit. Kidding me. think, you know what, I honestly think block rate is going to be better. So it would be, so we either go full block rate or half.
I am so thirsty. I mean, this is probably what bottled water is. I know I'm a picky eater, but still. Go fly somewhere else, Moth.
I could devour a billy hog right about now.
Peeping makes me feel a little creepy.
Get the fuck out. Did I just find a hole? I think I just found a hole. No way. That's awesome. You know how many times I've walked past this? Hot dog. Give me 2 seconds.
Hope this is enough to keep me safe.
Oh, big head. Let me use you quick. Did we try this already? I don't think we tried this already. I have like deja vu for some reason.
I have limits. Or, I guess I thought I did.
There's like a chessboard pattern on the other side of that. I don't know what that is. Watch me need a bomb in here somewhere.
huh. That's interesting.
What's more interesting is that was the tease. I have no idea where to go. I thought that was the end, and apparently not. Shit. Yo, big hit. Don't come down here. Shit, I came down here. I do have assassin on, okay. I don't know if that counts towards assassin or not. I might have to get last hit. Well, shit. So there's a chessboard down there. I don't think I can go for a swim. Unless you cheekily made one of these like the entrance and I haven't bothered to notice. I'm probably in the wrong area. There's been so much misdirection in this game, it's fucking ridiculous. Like I said, this feels like it fell from, like, if there's nothing else in here, then it fell from midpoint. But
Vampire,
I'm pretty sure
darkly romantic. Thick, darkly parasitic.
pretty sure I made the effort to get on top of that thing to see if it would open. Maybe one more time. if it's over by the wasps, and I just haven't noticed it, because I haven't gone over there. Where are they?
I could devour a billy hog right about now.
I think there's just candies in those. Is that what I think it is?
Taking a look around.
A spiny flea. Yes, apparently I can get something from a spiny flea, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, pond moss. Go away. What was pond moss used for? It was for the dagger, wasn't it? No. No, it wasn't for the dagger. I was gonna use the dagger to try and farm it. Were you thinking of making a staff?
I am so thirsty.
No. Why would you make a staff? The sour staff? What's the sour staff? Maybe. But I think that's the only...
That tastes surprisingly not terrible.
Did I just eat that raw?
That's not so bad.
Did I get 2 pond moss? Nice. I know where to get the rest of those, though. So I don't need the widows to get that. But do I need it to craft... I didn't see, did I? Oh, yes, that's what I needed it for. For the charm. But that's if I can get, that's if I can figure out a way in.
loose!
And I'm pretty sure there's just candies in here. Yeah, I've just left them alone. We can come and get all those later. Yeah, I'm full anyways. I'm gonna check the fallen part again. And if there's nothing in there, then to hell with it. I might end up Googling it. I gotta figure out how to kill the wasps.
Everything looks good from here.
Better safe than sorry.
Maybe there's something in the middle. You know, it would be funny if you made me dig for it. get fucked. I am stuck. Fuck. I know there's a toenail here. We should grab it while we're in the area. Oh, speak of the devil.
That's interesting.
What, your toenail? I do that, I'm not gonna lie. Cut that shit outside. Bro, where did you put your base? Why aren't you helping me? I don't know. What was that I just saw? I wasn't paying attention to my watch. A tooth. What's this? Thor's pendant. What? What? Oh, I should keep the poison. I could throw away the spider parts. Oh, I could throw away these two. I don't give a shit. What is this? A Shining Helm. What does it do? Perseverance of what? Why do you make me Google shit? Okay, let's pause real quick because we don't have water. What is it? Thor's Pendant. Thor's Pendant grounded. Trinket. Tier 3. Effect. Pendant. That provides a 10% bonus to most of the player's stats. It is found in a small crevice on the top. Okay, well, we know where it's found because we just found it. What does it do? Health regeneration 1 per second. Stamina regeneration. Oh, 1 per 10 seconds, sorry. 5 per 10 second. Crit chance +1. Crit damage +10. Healing received +10. Sizzle resistance +10. Attacking stamina cost -10. Regen delay -10. Hunger and thirst -10. So you know what it is? It's for like day-to-day whatever. Sizzle resistance though. I don't... Maybe from the larva, and that's your quote-unquote like regular dealings up here. The health and stamina are kind of like... They're kind of like a fuck you, but I guess whatever. We might find something to do with it. It's not like I'm gonna throw it away. That's not why I was here. I might end up Googling the entrance to this Stump lab. I don't know. Oh, yes, please.
I'll start working on my acceptance speech.
How much you want to bet the tooth is like tucked in a crevice like that pendant was? That's a strong first. Does it get... Oh, look, it gets lower when we jump. So it's below. We'll go below after. We'll go below in a minute. And then I guess let's fall down to the mushrooms. Now it's gotta be... Shh. Well, shit. Ow, how? Get fucked. Go away or I'll kill you. Oh, what's this?
I am so thirsty. At least it's clean. Ish.
Everything looks good from here.
Get back here, you little shit. Last time I threw my weapon at one of yous. Oh, you're so lucky. Follow that up. Oh, get fucked. No, you'd hear it on the watch first. How do we get up there? Yeah, it's like right below. No, it's over here. Now it's gone. What? Where's the entrance? Where's your lab, big head? Oh, my eyeballs. Okay, I think I'm gonna say fuck it to trying to find this lab.
Ticks just want to suck blood.
Go away. Yeah, I don't know where it is. And I'm not gonna spend all fucking day looking for it. That's not gonna happen. I'll quickly look in this pond. And then I think I'm over it.
I could devour a billy hog right about now.
Okay, one more attempt at finding it, and then I'm done. What? Shit.
I am so thirsty. I mean, this is probably what bottled water is. I have limits. Or, I guess I thought I did.
Fuck. I'm not even looking for the tooth. But it says the tooth is like right here. How much you want to bet it's right here but down there? There's no way it's up. I'm right on it. This is the checkerboard I'm seeing on the other side of that, on the other Get up. On the other side of the hole that we found. That's the same checker pattern. And I can't figure out for the life of me how to get down there. I swear to God, I've swam all over this fucking place. You know what? I would laugh so hard if it was like... a hole in an upper stump that leads... like a hole in this. I was expecting to half fall through the tooth. What's that?
Let's see what we can find.
Look at that. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Tell me that's a fucking... that looks pretty man-made to me, no? That right angle, that...
looks good from here.
That acute triangle? Is that what it is? It's been a while since I've done... Or am I just getting excited for nothing? No, I think I got excited for nothing. But I mean something like that. They put like a hole in the side of the stump somewhere.
Putting on some more armor.
At this point I'm out of guesses. You know what? It's probably gonna be off-site somewhere, fucking down the lane and 20 miles north, tucked away in a little pipe crack that's fucking exposed from the ground.
Those aphids look like they have things to do and people to see.
Yeah, I'm gonna Google the entrance. I'm done with this. I'm not gonna spend that much time on it. Stump. Entrance. Grounded. Landmarks. Ominent. Is an optional outpost located underneath the stump. Okay, so we already know that it's located underneath. We're trying to figure out how to get there. A sideways hall sticking upright from the ground in the middle of the stump. This hallway opens after pressing a button in an outpost in the koi pond? What the fuck? What did I tell you? Oh my god. Until the player has killed the assistant manager and uses the key card, the lab contains the Stump auxiliary chip and Mantis research notes. That's how we fight the Mantis. Okay. See, I would have never have found that, man. And it's almost like I'm done with the koi. Like, I don't know, like I felt like I was done with the koi. And so I'm off it. I'm done with it. I don't, like, there was no need for me to explore there anymore after I got the things that I needed. And then again, like, I don't know. You make things almost too complex to find. Okay, so I've pretty well cleaned out what's in the farm.
That's not so bad.
Or the koi pond. Go on, buddy. You don't want this. We gotta go to the koi pond. No time to piss around with you. Wow, I knew it had something to do with that thing, but I was just, you know, I don't know.
Don't look down! Don't look down! Hope this is enough to keep me safe.
Oh, huh. That's interesting.
We should fix that. I was hoping to glitch through the wall. Ha! Assassin works underground now. And you know what we should do real quick now that we're here? Not that I need it. I was gonna say do the ticks. Or the mites.
What's on?
I forgot the toenails at, thing. Whatever, put them in there. Oh, the patch is live. Alright. I'm gonna save and exit.